Skip Clark, and I'm in the Inner Harbor cast. It's our little pod zone here at Inner Harbor Media, obviously, and from 92.1 The Wolf. And I'm sitting next to the one and only, and he's in town for an awesome show at Sharky's, Mr. Creed Fisher. Dude,
what's up, man?
Yeah, it's good to see you.
It's good to be here.
Yeah, it's I go through Facebook and the TikTok and the Insta and all that, and I'm seeing you just about every day on that thing. Your numbers, by the way, with YouTube and all that, it's through the roof, man. It's just for an artist, unbelievable.
I'm very humbled, man. Yes, I'm very,
cool.
very lucky.
I love the tats. I love the tats too. Look at you.
Well, yeah, man, I'm addicted.
You're addicted.
It's a problem.
Is it like
my mom said, don't get them. And so
what the hell did you do that
here
for?
Here we are.
I love it. I love it, man. It's so cool. So you've actually been in town a couple of days.
Yes, Sunday. We rolled in Sunday. I've been here. We came last year, so I'm kind of familiar, a tad bit familiar with the area.
Did you get out at all, or did you just kind of hide on the bus?
I went and hung out. I Ubered and went to eat. Went to go eat steak, and got to get off the bus, man.
Where'd you go get your steak?
Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, I kind of figured. Either that or Longhorn.
They're both awesome.
Right? Yeah. And speaking of that, Texas being your home state, what's your hometown?
San Antonio, New Braunfels, but no one knows where that's at.
No, so but do you get back there often or no?
Yeah, a couple. I'd say 2 weeks out of the month.
Oh, that's cool. Do you go down by the Riverwalk and all that?
Not the Riverwalk. That's
too tourists.
The Riverwalk is in San Antonio. There, I'm in the Braunfels. I grew up on the Riverwalk.
Okay.
So unless I have if I bring somebody in that's never been there, that's where I take them. But no, I hang out in New Braunfels at the actual river. Where there's no walk, it's just the river. You get in.
You get in, and that's all there is to it. If you fall into the river,
in the river walk in San Antonio.
No, because you'll kick your ass out of town. Yeah, exactly. I've been down there and I've walked it a few times. It is beautiful.
Yeah, people do fall in from time to time. They sell alcohol there. So.
Yeah, I know. And the bars are like right on the edge of the water. So if you fall off your stool, you're getting wet. So your hometown is what again?
New Braunfels, Texas.
New Braunfels?
New Braunfels.
Yeah. So what's the population?
It's German, Man, it's grown a lot since I moved there. I've been there since 2020, and I would say it's doubled in size since 2020. It's the best place in Texas, in my opinion.
If I was to drive into New Braunfels, what's the first thing I'm going to see?
If you drive into Braunfels, the first thing you're going to see is probably Billy's Ice House. You're going to see a lot of barbecue places. I don't know why.
It's Texas.
There's 5 barbecue places on the same road. I didn't decide that.
And all is barbecue. One is as good as the other. Yeah,
Black's is pretty good, but that's my favorite on the block. But you're going to see the river. You're going to see a lot of tourists, a lot of people floating the river, especially this time of year. We get a lot of tourists. So it's kind of like the tourist destination of Texas,
and it's hot.
So it's pretty dang hot, man.
Yeah,
especially this time of year.
So where are you living in Nashville now?
No, I'm not living there. I stay there. The bus is out of Nashville, so I'm there quite often, but I don't live there. It feels like I get in trouble there.
So you better just don't throw things off the rooftop or
3 or 4 days in Nashville is.
I've seen a Creed Fisher show. Dude.
I'm not Morgan Wallen's age, It takes me a week to recover when I leave Nashville.
I'd love it. And speaking about shows and performing, you're at Sharky's. You've been there. You said about a year ago, and you put on a rocking show. Describe what your show is like in your words.
My show's very high energy. It's hard to beat, man, because I get a mix of people who are big fans, who know my music, who are, they know the patriotic side of my music. Mm-hmm. They're fired up. And then I get some people that have never heard of me. They're there for the first time. And so, from the very first song, we start the show with the national anthem. My guitar player, Emmanuel Pastucchia, who's from Italy.
Oh, wow.
He's a legal citizen. He has legal citizenship.
All right.
And he plays the national anthem on his guitar before we start. And then when we kick into the first song, man, it's I call it a roller coaster of dysfunction. It's very high energy. It's a very storytelling, which I'm a songwriter. Mm-hmm. That's what country music is to me. It's, Willie Waylon, all that stuff. Hey, it's a story. So I'm telling stories all night. They're all, it's a gamut of emotions. You know, I really don't play a lot of sad songs. I don't do that.
Well, I don't
play
know how many
live.
people want to hear
I have
this.
a lot of sad songs,
Yeah,
but you know,
this
I
is
don't
a
do it
party.
live, and people ask sometimes why I don't. It's just
Yeah.
I'm putting a party on here, man.
Exactly.
You know, so
Exactly.
it's very high energy.
So if you want somebody to come to your show tonight, why? What would you tell them?
Because it's a good time.
Done.
It is a dang good time. That's why.
Yeah, exactly.
I've never heard anybody leave a Creed Fisher show and say it wasn't a dang good time, except that one time in Little Rock where I got so drunk I passed out on the stage.
No
we
way.
laugh about it now.
How long ago was that, Creed?
Time.
How long ago?
Yeah, it's been about 4 months ago.
It was like yesterday.
I quit drinking after that.
Seriously.
Pretty much.
More or less. Yeah. Now
then I'll play for sure.
Yeah, I see the vest. Sturgis. Yeah. You got a bike?
Kentucky.
You're riding?
Little
Sturgis,
yeah,
Kentucky.
I'm a biker, man.
Yeah. What do you got?
Yeah. I have a 2008 Harley Fat Boy.
Sweet.
I like the Fat Boys, man. I like the bigger front tires.
Yeah.
I like the fact that I have short legs, man. I'm 5'11" in boots, you know, so I like my feet to sit flat on the ground because I take a lot of women and chicks on my bike, you know, and that's extra weight. So I mean, that's an extra 130 pounds, right?
So if you're closer to the ground, you're better off.
You gotta have both feet on the ground, buddy. Because the worst thing you can do.
Do you bring the bike?
You are
with
not
you?
getting a second date if you drop that bike.
Do you bring the bike with you at all? Do you have a trailer that you can put?
No, man, I have a few times on with the Sturgis.
Yeah,
I was able to get it trailered up there, but nah, not at this point, man. I don't have the opportunity really. I wish. That's all I can say. It'd be nice.
I love it.
I'm gonna have to get that figured out. I've heard you can rent from Harley Davidson's. I don't know if that's true, but I'm gonna check into it because that would be nice, man. Sometimes on the days off to get to go ride a little bit.
For example, you've been here for a couple of days and it's a beautiful part of the country. Man. I mean, it was a little cool yesterday, but today's still a little bit cool, but still it's better.
I'm from Texas though. I'll take that.
But the show will be hot tonight. I can tell you that much. But yeah, it'd be nice to get out. Maybe you go to the Adirondacks, take a little bit of a ride. I mean, you're right here in central New York and there's such a great area to see a lot of different things. So.
Yeah, it's a cool place, cool area of New York. You know, I've never been to New York City. I've driven by it.
Are you kidding?
And every time I drive by it, I look over and I go, where in the heck am I?
Dude, you're Creed Fisher. I can't believe you've never been to New York City.
Never, man. I'm from Texas.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Look who you are and look what you're doing when it comes to music.
I'm sure I will, you know. It just hasn't happened yet.
We gotta get you on those shows and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know? Wake up in the morning and see your face on the television.
I go where they send me, man.
Absolutely. So you know, I was reading a little bit about you, and you played pro football for like 9 years.
Minor league.
So who did you play for?
I played for several teams out of West Texas. I played for the Odessa. I'm from Odessa, Texas.
Okay.
So I played for the Odessa Colts, and the main the two that I played for the longest was the Lee County Lightning. They're out of Hobbs, New Mexico.
All right.
And then I founded my own team 2 years before I had to retire, called the West Texas Drillers, and they're out of Midland, Texas.
I love that.
So
that's cool.
I did it for 9 years.
Yeah. Do you still throw
I mean, if you know anything about minor league football, you don't get paid very much at all. And you know, it was never for any chance for me to make the pros. It was because I loved to hit people. You know what I mean? You can't get that anywhere. I was a linebacker, you know, you just can't get it. When I quit playing, man, it took some adjusting. You miss that, you know?
So what got you into music then? Were you doing football first, or were you doing it all together? Or?
Football was my passion for years. Yeah. Obviously, I'm from Odessa, Friday Night Lights and all that stuff.
Yep.
And so football was my thing. I coached youth football for 6 years.
Cool.
3rd to 6th grade. And then when I was 33, I got divorced from my wife of 12 years, mother of my children. And that was, you know, looking back, I mean, I've had a lot of life-changing kind of things that's happened, but that was one of the biggest life-changing events in my life, you know. My youngest was 11. We were really close. I've got 2 daughters and a wife, so I went from having 3 women in the house to 0.
Wow.
That's a big difference.
Yeah, no doubt.
So I had some time on my hands.
Yeah, no doubt.
But that's when I got into it, man. To be honest with you, I mean, it's obvious, I guess, but I was pretty upset at the time, you know, going through some things.
It's definitely life-changing.
Music, songwriting for me at first was therapy.
Yeah.
You know, the music kind of found me. I always wanted to do it. It was in me, you know, to do it. And
Hmm.
that was, you know, that was the catalyst for me actually getting into it, was the
So
divorce.
they kind of consider it like outlaw country and
Outlaw country.
and
I
that's
sometimes even call it Southern outlaw country,
yeah.
but
So I mean,
you
it's
know,
being
regardless,
patriotic. It's just singing about real life and
it's like
the
Miranda Lambert,
roughness. Yeah,
you know, but with a guy, you know, singing. I mean,
yeah. Well, I don't know.
she's got more grit in her music than
She hasn't
anybody
ridden
else
on
in
your bike
Nashville,
though.
you know.
She hasn't been on your bike yet. So.
No, she hasn't. I don't think that's going to happen.
No,
But
probably.
you know,
not.
that's all right.
Yeah.
You know,
Do your kids get to come out and see you play?
not a whole lot.
No.
I just had my whole family at a show, which was nice. I've never had the whole family out at a show, and I was able to do that a few weeks ago and near my hometown in Buda, Texas. So that was the very first time I've ever had them all in one, you know, at one show. So it was
I love it. Do you feel, because I know the type of show you put on, as you mentioned before, it's high energy.
Mm-hmm.
You're very outspoken. You're outspoken about certain things in life right now and the way the world is going. And do you feel you have to hold back sometimes if your family's there, or you know?
No,
Do you understand? Because I know how you are.
No, they know me better than anybody.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm an open book, man.
That's cool.
And that's why people love me. That's
Absolutely.
why people, you know, that's why I'm popular. That's why people gravitate to me, because I don't care what people think. I don't care what, you know, you think about my opinion, because I'm going to give my opinion, you know, and I don't give my opinion with any concern of what you think about my opinion.
Right.
You know, and I don't apologize for it. And that's just
what it is.
That's just how I am, you know.
Yeah, I love that. So tonight, I mean, it's going to be a great show. Here we are. It is June 11th, and I don't know when you're going to watch this. You may watch it afterwards, and just because of the interview with the one and only Creed Fisher. But if you check this out in just a matter of minutes, when we get this actually posted and you subscribe to the Inner Harbor Cast, this is the guy you're going to see on stage tonight at Sharky's. This is pretty damn awesome. This guy's going to be freaking rocking the house, telling it the way it is. And, you know, tell us a little bit about your band. Now, you say your guitar player, he's from Italy.
Yep.
But what about the rest of the band? How many guys, first of all?
There's 4 of us, including me.
All right.
So I used to have a 6-piece band. And then over the years, you know, guys had to go do other things, and it ended up just being the 4 of us, and me and the bass player, Chuck Jones, and the guitar player, Emmanuel Pastuccia from Italy.
Mm-hmm.
We founded the band. They were the first 2 guys, you know, that I found. And the drummer that we had played for years, he ended up having to quit. So we had to find a new drummer. And that's when we found Brandon. That's been about 1.5 years, maybe 2 years ago. I think going on 2 years now. And so all 3, you know, he's from Houston. They're all 3 just stand-up individuals, man. I couldn't, you know, I couldn't ask for more when it comes to my crew.
That's cool.
And it's taken a good little while, man. I've had to weed through some bad people, you know, but my people now are just completely amazing. And, you know, I'm very blessed.
Makes it so much easier when you have that too.
Absolutely, man. You step on that stage and you don't worry about nothing. You just go do your thing. That's how it's supposed to be.
I'm going to be honest with you. So I've been watching your videos and stuff, and I've seen how you go off online, which is awesome. And now here you are sitting with me here, and you're the kindest gentleman in the world. I mean, it's cool to sit and just go, hey, dude, you know, you know what it does? It shows that you're real.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, you've been through life like the rest of us.
I mean, I'm a funny guy, you know, and my sense of humor is not for everyone, but it's for most people, you know, that love my music. To be honest with you, if my sense of humor isn't for you, then that's fine with me. You know what I'm saying? Because
everybody's going to pick their own way.
Yeah. And I laugh at myself, you know, and I call things like I see it. And sometimes, man, I'll get on a roll. I'll crack myself up, you know.
What's the like the craziest thing that has happened, maybe being on stage somewhere? Anything that sticks out in your mind and going, holy shit, I can't believe that just happened.
Yeah. It was an incident that led to me quitting drinking in Little
The
Rock,
one you referred
Arkansas.
2 minutes ago.
Yeah. And I don't know, man. You know, I don't really try to analyze it. I just take it for what it's worth.
Yeah.
I describe it as I had a nervous breakdown.
It
from
happens.
stress, and I'm going through a divorce. That's part of it. And I added alcohol on top of that. And so,
Yeah.
it wasn't a thing where I didn't care. I just my give a darn was busted, if that
But it
makes any
happened,
sense.
and nothing
And it
you
was
can
the
do about it.
craziest thing
Yeah.
ever. I was so drunk I couldn't remember the words. I just sat down on the edge of the stage and started drinking with the fans. And they're handing me shots, knowing I'm just completely wasted. This is the kind of fans I have.
I love those fans. That's
they're
cool.
handing me shots, knowing I'm completely wasted. And I started just telling stories. I was doing skits of Cat Williams.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And at one point, after 2 or 3, 4 more shots, I said, I was sitting on the edge of the stage, and I said, I'm tired. And I just laid down on the stage, and
that's all she wrote,
and passed out right on the stage.
Yeah.
At the show, in front of everyone. I don't know how long I laid there, but eventually one of my band members nudged me with their foot and said, "Bro, get up.
You got to move.
Yeah,
you got to move.
Time. You got to get back up, buddy."
Have you heard from any of the fans that were at that show going, dude, are you okay? What happened or anything? To me, it can go either way.
That's the funniest. That's the funniest part, to be honest with you,
Mhm.
because the next day when I woke up, I had to apologize to everyone that I wasn't related to. Okay, I didn't have to call my mom or my kids, but if I wasn't related to you, I had to call and apologize. That's the kind of night I had. And the last ones that I had to apologize to, obviously I had to address it because it wasn't a secret, was the fans. And to be honest with you, man, I was worried that they were going to be mad and disappointed, and it was completely the opposite.
I was going to say,
there was one guy that had a VIP, and I didn't make VIP that day, and he was mad. And I get it, I gave him his money back, but every single other person in the bar was like, man, that was the best show I ever seen. I don't even want you to sing no more.
They can all relate too.
Can we do this every time? And I'm like, no, we ain't never doing that again.
I love it.
It blew me away.
Yeah. How many albums have you put out?
I just put out my 14th album.
Okay. I knew it was at least a dozen.
So. 14 albums and 12 years.
Wow. You've been like banging those babies out.
Thank you, buddy.
Oh, sorry. I should have offered you water in the beginning, but this guy's
I had whiskey, but I left it in the truck.
I thought you stopped drinking.
No, I said when I play.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see tonight. That's cool. That's really cool. Creed Fisher, thanks for stopping by, man. It's so cool. The show is June 11th. The show is tonight at Sharky's on Oswego Road in Liverpool. Come on out. They got tickets at the door. Come in and see this guy. It is a cool place.
We love a brand new PA.
Yeah,
$45,000.
Paulie put that in out there. You met Paulie, right? Paulie Sheree. I tell you, he's one of the best when it comes to sound in this area. He's doing some shows for us as well, and he mega bucks.
Yeah,
and
so it's going to sound amazing.
It will, and you're going to be rocking that place, and it's going to get loud. It's going to get nasty. It's going to be Creed Fisher all night long. It's going to be wild. Dude, I just want to say thanks for being here, brother.
Thanks for having me, man.
And I love all the tats, man. Now,
they all mean something.
They do. Now, obviously, you didn't do them all at one time. When you did the sleeves, you had to add on.
It's years and years of.
Yeah. Okay. How old were you?
Man, I go 3 hours. 3 or 4 hours. 4 hours. I'm tapping out at 4 hours. That's it.
But when did you get your first tattoo? How old were you?
I was 18.
All right, and it's been.
And I don't have it anymore. It was on this arm. It's covered up.
Oh, okay.
It was a guitar with wings.
That's kind of cool.
And I didn't ask my parents. They didn't know.
Oh, crap.
I just moved out and was living on my own for the first time. And I'll never forget. My mom knocks on the door. She wakes me up early in the morning, whatever. And I answer the door, obviously, without a shirt on, completely oblivious, half away. I was hungover, and she comes in, and it's funny because she did not even realize it first. She didn't even notice. And we're sitting there and we're talking, And all of a sudden and she's drinking her coffee, and all of a sudden she looks over at me and spits her coffee out. She's like, "What is that?" And I was like, "What?
What are you talking about, Mom?
Oh boy.
But you were of age at 18. You go get your own tat.
yeah.
It's just Mom probably set in her ways,
you know how it goes, man.
I
now,
do.
Now
I
Mom's
hear
got
ya.
almost as many tats as I do.
God bless.
You know?
That's cool. All right. It's Creed Fisher, everybody. Make sure you get out. It's June 11th. The show is tonight at Sharky's. But if you're watching this afterwards, some great information. Look them up online. Is it creedfisher.com, the website? And check out the music.
And I'm not German. There is no C in there, okay? Fisher.
I got it right. Whew. I'm going to sit with the C.
My granddad fought in World War II. Listen, I love everybody, but I'm not German, okay?
It's Creed Fisher, y'all. Thank you so much for coming in. One more fist pound here, man. You're the best. So we appreciate you right here. It is the Inner Harbor Cast. Awesome.